an 18-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. I know what you were thinking. I was thinking the same thing. All right, here comes the backups. Here comes Trey Lance. Not just because Lance needs to be developed, but because the Niners play a game in 4 days in Tennessee. Forget Lance. What about your starters? Great opportunity to rest them and have them coming off a 3-quarter game instead of a 4-quarter game on a short week. I mean, let's forget Lance. What about Jimmy? Jimmy attempted 4 passes in this fourth quarter. He didn't just hand off. He was 2 for 4. What if, I mean, things happen in football games. What if someone tripped and rolled into him and he sprained his ankle? These things happen. What if, God forbid, heaven forbid, Jimmy Garoppolo tripped and messed up his ankle in a blowout? That's the first thing that comes to my mind. If you don't want to play Trey Lance because Jimmy's so great, protect him. But he's not. I mean, that's not the reason that you know, they didn't keep Jimmy Garoppolo in the game because they're afraid of losing. I have no idea why they kept Jimmy Garoppolo in the game, but at a certain point, it's like, okay, for example, first possession of the fourth quarter, the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan calls 3 runs and punts. 3 handoffs and punts. You're telling me Trey Lance couldn't have executed that? It seems to me if you're in that mode, the run, punt mode, because you're not worried about them coming back. I mean, most teams go to their backups in that case. Teams that aren't even trying to develop young guys, like the Patriots, if they were up 18 in the fourth quarter, probably would bench Mac Jones and bring in freaking Brian Hoyer or whoever their backup is just to get Jones out of there because things happen in football games. But no, Jimmy had to go out there and hand off 11 times, throw 4 times, complete 2. I mean, really, first 2 drives in the fourth quarter, 3 and outs. You're letting Atlanta hang around. If all you want to do is hand off, Lance can't do that. And then on third down, I mean, he might be able to scramble for a first down. He can't do better than 2 for 4 in the fourth. See, the reason I keep coming back to this is if, again, all teams play their backups in these situations. So when the Niners don't, one, it's a bad decision. It puts your team, it wastes an opportunity to get your team more rested for a Thursday night game. But then it also feels like you're afraid to play Trey Lance. Why? You should want to play Trey Lance. You should be looking for opportunities to play Trey Lance. Once again, you had one, didn't play him. Why? It's very irregular, right? That's the reason I'm talking about this. It's irregular. Even my dad, who is very much on the like, Trey Lance is in the storyline, Jimmy Garoppolo should be starting, it's Jimmy's year, mid-fourth quarter tweets, what the hell is going on? How is Trey not playing? And the fact that when they get in these blowouts and still won't play Trey, doesn't it bring out the tinfoil hat in you? Doesn't it bring out the conspiracy theory? Like, why? Is it because you think he's terrible and you're afraid that he's going to show it? Is it because you think he's better than Jimmy and you're afraid he's going to show it? Is it because you want to keep Jimmy, you're over Trey Lance, and you want to trade him in the offseason, you don't want him to get hurt? I don't get it. But it seems to me that the correct football move is to take out your starters, bring in your backup, let him hand the ball off. That's all you want to do. And the fact that they won't let him do that brings out wild theories. I'd love to hear what your theories are. I don't really get it. I think the best theory is that Kyle Shanahan's just stubborn. And he's heard me in particular pressuring him all year to play Trey Lance, so he's not going to do it. That's why I'm trying to go the reverse psychology route. Kyle, please don't play Trey Lance. I don't want you to. At this point, I don't want you to play Trey Lance. Don't do it. Stick to your guns. I think Kyle's that simple. If people tell him he needs to do something, his attitude is like, oh, I know more football than you. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to get pressured. Good for him. But it seems a little silly at this point. Like, you made your point, Kyle. Stop spiting Trey Lance stop spiting me at Trey Lance's expense. How about that? I know you guys feel the same way I do. He couldn't get in the game. Only Jimmy Garoppolo can hand off 3 times and then punt. Only he can do that? Silly. So what's the real reason Trey Lance isn't playing? Someone explain that to me. It's me, right? It's to spite me. I think it's to spite me. Who is Trey Lance? Never heard of him. Oh, he's this guy who was the Niners' first-round pick this year. He's going to be their first-round pick next year. He's also going to be their first-round pick the year after that. He's also going to be the third-round pick next year. The Niners spent 4 draft picks on this guy, and we're not allowed to speak his name. He is he who must not be named. 4 draft picks. And when you say they spent 4 draft picks on, they're like, well, actually, we spent 3. No, you spent 4. He's your first-round pick this year, your first-round pick next year, your third-round pick next year, and your first-round pick in 2023. 4 picks on a guy you don't trust to hand off up 14 in the fourth quarter. I don't freaking get it. I don't get it. Please explain it to me. But when you ask Kyle to explain it, he's like, dude, that is off limits. We can't talk about that. You can't deny Jimmy's on fire, 6-1. That conversation is over. Why did Kyle leave Debo in with that 1 minute left? Trey is 21 years old with no respect. That conversation is not over. Jimmy Garoppolo is doing good. He gave you an opportunity to rest him, and you didn't take it. That's weird. Jimmy did his job. That's why I gave him a better grade than Kyle. No question. Maybe Kyle is traumatized from blowing leads. I seem kind of like what the answer is. It's like, I've blown 2 unblowable leads in the Super Bowl. Don't anyone tell me that the game's over or that I have it in hand because I thought I had it in hand the Super Bowl twice. That's possible. He's got the trauma. You act hard on YouTube, but you ask lame, limp questions at the presser. Maybe let your viewers ask questions since you're so bad at it. Matthew, thank you for your $5. I'm going to make sure I don't spend it in one place. I'm going to spend your $5 in 5 different places, and I'm going to shout you out at each time. Thank you for your $5. I appreciate it. LOL, you're just saying that because you know he's probably going to play sometime before the year's up and you want to take credit for it. Of course. I said he should start week 18 against the Rams, and I think he will. But I always take credit for everything. Thoughts on bringing in Rashad Breeland? Thomas has been terrible. Who knows how Mosley will look after a high ankle sprain, added experience, depth. I don't think they're going to sign him. Didn't Breeland flip off the whole sideline a couple of weeks ago? He showed that he had the ring and they didn't. I don't think they're going to go that route. He probably won't fit in the locker room, although they could use him. Ambry Thomas is freaking awful, although the Niners keep saying like, oh, he wasn't that bad. He was pretty good, actually. No, he wasn't. He was freaking awful. We're going to talk about him in a minute. But, yeah, the Niners could use Breeland. It would be a smart signing for them, but my prediction is that they will not sign him.